feel good.
I know, we do not know. Okay, these are the interclubs that supposedly exist, that RI tells us about, that we don't know anything about as a district. So, Evansburg, Masontown, Canonsburg, Houston, New Stanton, Youngwood, Uniontown, Chestnut Ridge, 2 Waynesburg, 2 Indiana, and 1 Little Washington. RI says you're sponsoring Interact Club.
Anybody here from those clubs?
And we don't know anything about them.
Do you know anything about this? Yeah. Same.
You don't? Which club?
Both Green County, Rotary, and Waynesburg, there's none.
I mean, okay, so we can scratch those.
You are the brick wall.
Why isn't Mount Pleasant up there?
Those are the ones they don't know about.
Oh,
That's the one they don't know about.
They don't know about that.
These are the ones that RI says exist, but we in the district have no knowledge of.
Now, we have 4 different slides of clubs.
Hey Jeff,
Yeah.
New Stanton Youngwood, when I was in that club, sponsored one at the technical school there, but the president of that school decided they didn't want it anymore, so they asked.
And how long ago was that, do you know?
That was probably 4 or 5 years
So we have
ago.
little issues with RI being up to date, but we're trying to work through those. Hopefully
Okay,
get
I
this
mean,
stuff
I can go back and try to get these cleaned up. Okay, give us the next one. That's the long one. These are the clubs that we know are functioning and are answering correspondence from us. You guys agree with all those?
Yeah, take a moment because it's a long list. Couldn't make the text bigger. So Portage has a club that's not on here?
Latrobe does not have a club.
Whoa!
All right.
They
All
got
right.
one of the biggest ones.
Yeah, well, hold on. You're going to hear about this.
This is why we want it straightened out.
Yeah. So you need to see Mark, by the way, to fix this, and not now. At the end.
Okay, the next slide. In clubs that does not know about. Now these are clubs that we know we have, they don't know we have.
Not correct. Westmont is starting.
It's started, that's why I was just saying.
It has not been started
Same
yet.
with Somerset.
Homer Center's a starting up.
Okay, now that's been starting for a year.
Yeah, well, it'll be formally voted at the school board this month.
Okay,
Great.
see that answers the question. We have you on our list with correspondence.
So RI should hopefully
It's been
pick that
a
up.
long process.
Once the paperwork's filled out, there's a form, then RI will know about the existence.
Every year, the Interact clubs must send their incoming officer data sheet. If they do not send that sheet in, Latrobe, they get suspended, as far as RI is concerned. Okay, Connellsville, say they have a club. This is telling me that the top 2 clubs are not chartered, but we have Interact clubs. So we have to work on that. So members from Portage and Connellsville, we need to talk. And Jeff, the last one? Suspended Interact clubs. Latrobe, probably because they haven't done their paperwork, and Jefferson Morgan. Terminated Interact clubs means they're completely gone, is Conemaugh. Does that make sense to you, Ivar?
That's not our Rotary Club. That's the Rotary Club of Conemaugh.
Yeah.
So that would Conemaugh Township. That would be them. And that club was very, very low. Ron would know about this. I mean, they were down to basically under 10 members. They're now back up again.
6, they're up to 22, I believe now.
No, Windberg merged with them. Yeah.
Conemaugh- We'll talk to
But
Conemaugh
Conemaugh-
because they doubled in size this year.
Okay, so what we need to do is we need help from you incoming presidents and club leaders to tell us what's going on with these Interact clubs. For instance, for the Indiana Midday, that's Homer Center.
Yeah.
We have, I think I have your name, you get the correspondence,
Yeah.
but I have no correspondence going to the school advisor.
They haven't named one yet.
Okay. Now,
That's part of the problem.
do you know what the Interact clubs are doing?
Yes.
Do they tell? God love this Johnstown club because, and I'll show this to you if you want to pass them out. I got voted in to do an Interact newsletter, and the district has an Interact newsletter, and those of you who were at PEP saw it. It comes out every first of every month. talks about the activities of the clubs in our district. I talked to Tom Jewett. He's going to put a link on the district website so any Rotarian in the district can get this newsletter. Some of these clubs, it's amazing what they do. And I think Karen can attest, she got a delivery of 24 pallets of 40,000 books. And who do you think showed up to help sort the books? Karen?
Well, we had some Interact kids. Yeah, they were good. Rotarians. The Interact kids, our Interact students are wonderful. They're so involved. They come to our meetings every week. They just help us. They're working all our club projects with us, and some they do on their own. They're very, very active. They've raised money for, they've done a color run for polio. They just presented a check to us to go, Igor sending for $1,000, Igor sending to the foundation this time, and then we got one earlier in the year for $1,500 for that they.
So for a small club, and how big is Indiana Midday?
About 19.
This could be a godsend. Think of the manpower and Interact Club can help bring to your club. Some of the things, Greene County, Mapletown High School, Interact. Anybody hear from them? They had a real good program, packing the backpacks with food, because the students with the poverty level were going home. They probably didn't have a meal all weekend. And the Interact Club was involved where they actually packed food in the backpack so the kids would have food for the weekend. Peters Township High School Interact Club did a recognition on a wall of the school with plaques and pictures of all the veteran alumni from their high school. I know Derry does their bachelor's auction, and they'll raise $18,000 for Make-A-Wish. Greensburg Central Catholic did a dress down day and raised $400 for End Polio. Greensburg Salem didn't do as well. They got about $200 for End Polio now. There are just so many activities, and we try to hit a lot of them. We don't highlight certain clubs because we like a certain club over another. God love the lady with the glasses. Where is she?
She left.
She left.
That's Donna.
Donna Gamble sends the jottings from Johnstown Rotary to me, and I can pick out of their publication all the activities of their Interact Club, and Johnstown shows up here more than ever. We hope at District Conference to have the Monongahela. Anybody from Monongahela? Anybody here at Bubble Soccer? They worked with their Rotary Club. They had, the students were in big 5-foot round bubbles. Heads, arms, everything but no, their arms weren't in, were they?
Yes, there's no, they come out.
The arms come out and the legs are out, but they're playing soccer. We can imagine when a 5-foot inflatable ball with a person and it's another one, they're rolling.
Yeah, the video's hysterical.
And it is hoped, the District Governor Ron has promised that we will have bubble soccer at District Conference.
We're definitely making the same things over someday. We'll do something.
And we're going to have District-Governor-elect Kessler in a bubble as a referee.
Hey, Mark, can I throw a thought out there? I was listening when you were sharing the facts about how much some of these clubs raise, and something to me very important. Whether it's a $200,000 or a $20,000 project, encourage that club. Till they know they can get bigger, all right? That $200 project is equal for that club to what a $100,000 project. Think about our own clubs, all right? A 10-member club, if you do a $5,000 project, that's a pretty big project for you. Per person, that might be huge, all right? Just because of manpower or knowledge or learning, or it's the first time in, be behind them. That $200, and in a polio thing, that's $600. It's a Gates match, all right? Even better. So, but as I was listening to that, the dollar amount doesn't diminish the value of what that club is doing and what they're trying to accomplish.
You will find out that we had a symposium in this room in October with the Interact Clubs, and they decided several things. And one was they wanted a mailing list, a contact list for all the Interact Clubs in the district, which they got. They wanted the newsletter, which they have. They did not, like District 7300, want an Interact organization where they have district officers. They wanted to keep the politics out of Interact. We have a symposium every year with the Interact clubs from the district. We had pretty good representation last year, about 40 people, and they come and exchange ideas, and we tell them what's new in Rotary. So there is communication between the district and Interact. Are there any questions? Because I hear stomachs growling.
Yeah, I don't think we can go to lunch just yet, can we? And Ron has, DG Ron has a question.
Yes.
Do you, or I can, because it blends right into this, RILA. The RILA, Rotary Youth Leadership at Outdoor Odyssey. The deadline for applications is
June
coming
15th.
up.
Yeah, June 15th. I don't know how different Rotary clubs do it. Our Rotary club asks the Interact advisors to pick the people to go to RILA.
But on the same sense, we are not filling RILA. Other districts have waiting lists. We do not fill RILA. And RILA is at Outdoor Odyssey right outside, well, it's in Somerset County, right outside, really, right outside Somerset County, west side. Carl Rossman is now running that, being just retired after many, many years. The reason I want to bring that in is when we asked last year at the opening how many Interact students, more than 3/4 of the kids put their hand up. It's a great, great leadership training seminar. It's, can't say much more. I mean, I can't say more about it. And I know there's some talk. It's not cheap, but I guarantee the money, the value back for the $450 comes back so far over what they get to experience. And all you need is talk to a kid that's been there, and you'll understand why you want to send some. So it blends right into Interact.
Juan, I want to make a comment. This is what we got last year.
Speak up,
This year.
so everybody can hear.
About RILA. It's so late that it's running into band camp and like cheerleading camp and all that. And that's not that people don't want to go, but that's the issues we're hearing. Because it's late. It used to be like in June, which wasn't too bad. But they start all those camps.
Yeah, it's July
Football.
27th, August 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're scheduling conflicts all the time.
Yeah, but that's a big one, you know, with a lot of kids, football, band, cheerleading, and that's what we heard.
Our band camp is big.
And you
Well,
heard that?
I have, but you know what, unfortunately, no matter when you do it, it's gonna be somebody's vacation, it's gonna be football camp, it's gonna be this. So, what I was gonna suggest, if there's any other questions, we have a couple minutes, if not, are there others?
I got one last thing, and this was alluded to earlier. When you saw the list of clubs that RI thinks are terminated, and Mark alluded to this, it's because the paperwork wasn't done. You have to file a form annually for Interact clubs, identifying the club and the incoming officers. That has to be filed by the end of every Rotary year, right, Mark?
June 30th, but we're telling them May 31st
That's-
before school's
well,
out.
okay, it's the end of the Rotary year, but he's bumping it up a month, saying the end of May before school's out. That lets Rotary know that Interact club's still in existence. And Harry, that's probably why RI thinks they terminated Latrobe, because they never got any paperwork last year. That's my guess as to why. And keep in mind, this big Club Central thing is wrapping a lot of things together. My argument, the email dialogue I got into, is because if you look at the report for our club, go to Club Central, it says we have 7 Rotary clubs. Now we have 4.
7 Interact.
7 Interact, I'm sorry, 7 Interact, we only have 4, because it lists 3 of those clubs as terminated as well as active. Everything is identical. Well, that doesn't make any sense, right? And so I attempted to get the record cleared and met a stone wall. So we're working on those issues, trying to get it out. But we gotta do the paperwork.
And I think Ron will tell you this afternoon, I know he will, that Saturday at district conference, the luncheon is a youth luncheon. And we are encouraging you to have your Interact students there. They will be recognized. Charlie Batch from the Steelers is the guest speaker for that luncheon. And we hope to have some seminars for the Interact kids also. Pardon me?
I said, blow my thunder.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we.
You put it on the internet?
Yeah, if it's on the internet.
But
no.
more on the district conference later.
That's all right, I'll do much more.
You know, we believe everything we read on the internet.
Yeah, hey Ron, I hope you can do a good promo, not this. So.
For Interact students, or how do we do that? We have an Interact club. Actually, how do we have the paper or what?
Actually, well, Interact, the clubs, you can have, our clubs help sponsor our Interact clubs, I think all the other
I think he's asking about for conference. What we sent an email out, or a letter out to all the Rotary Club Interact chairs, saying that that Ron would like you to find a way to find a sponsor or subsidize the meal cost for the interactors at district conference. We sent a letter to the Interact advisors saying we'd like the Interact advisors and 2 students, and the Rotary Club will work with you to get the cost taken care of. So that's covered. And each club can figure out how they want to do it themselves.
And to also send pictures in the meantime.
Yeah, we want some pictures because we're going to have a PowerPoint that's going to rotate all during the luncheon. It'll have a slide with all the Interact Club's names, their sponsoring club, and a couple activities. And that's same for 7,300.